So we start with the further procedure, that is soda solvage process. Soda solvage process. So here the raw material is NaCl. NaCl is used, and I told apart from this, some other raw materials are used. So NaCl is used. There is brine solution. Brine solution is used. Similarly, NH3, which is ammonia, is used. Carbon dioxide is used. Carbon dioxide is used. So water is that is a must. And in the NaCl brine solution, only water is there. Brine solution, only water is there. So that is reaction if you take. So NaCl plus H2O plus NH3. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ammonical brine ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. We call it as ammonical brine solution. To this we pass carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, the reaction is complete now. The reaction is complete. It forms NH4Cl, ammonium carbonate fluoride is formed, plus you get NaHCO3, is called as sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is produced here. Sodium bicarbonate is produced. So all these byproducts, these raw materials like NH3CO3, they are produced in some methods. Some methods it is produced, and they are just passed to the brine solution. Just passed through the brine solution. So it's a very complex reaction. I told you there are a lot of reactions hidden in this. One example I will show you, like calcium carbonate. See, this carbon dioxide is produced by heating calcium carbonate, and you get calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. This reaction already you know. So reaction, when you heat, when you decompose calcium carbonate, you get carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide is allowed to pass to the brine solution in a certain condition. To that condition, so what happens here? Under pressure, under temperature, it is passed in a industrial process. It is an industrial process. So here it is passed. When it is passed, this reaction actually happens. All they are sent separately. So lot I told you. One more. See, calcium oxide. Right? Again, this calcium oxide is converted into calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. That is used to produce ammonia. Like this, many the hidden reactions are there. So you just concentrate on this reaction. Sufficient. This reaction you have to concentrate, and you have to be thorough with this reaction. So this is how the sodium bicarbonate is produced. Sodium bicarbonate is produced. So I hope you understood the concept. Similarly, sodium carbonate is heated. If it is sodium bicarbonate heated, you get Na2CO3 plus H2O plus carbon dioxide. You get, and here you get sodium bicarbonate, sodium carbonate you get. This is nothing but sodium carbonate. See, in a single process we get two different products we get. two different products we get here. Na2CO3 is a sodium carbonate. So this is how it is produced. Sodium bicarbonate and carbonate is produced like this. It's produced like this. So go through the textbook. If you have any doubt, you can ask. So this is how it will be produced. And if you take uses, sodium bicarbonate is used in soda fire extinguisher. Soda fire extinguisher. You know, soda fire extinguisher. You know, it will be somewhat like this. So soda fire extinguisher. Inside soda fire extinguisher, it consists a bottle which contain acid. Here, sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate. Here, sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is present here, and inside this fire extinguisher there is a bottle containing acid. You take HCl acid or H2SO4 acid you take, and acid you take H2SO4. So here what happens? The reaction happens. Reaction happens to be Na to NaSO4, Na2SO4, Na2SO4, and carbon dioxide you get, and plus water you get here. So this reaction happens in the soda fire extinguisher. This carbon dioxide is a non-supporter of combustion. Burning process, stops the burning process, and water also water will reduce the temperature during the burning. During the burning, lot of temperature is will be there. That will be reduced. When temperature will be reduced, fire burning will stop. Burning will stop. See, this is how it is used. Similarly, see, this sodium bicarbonate plus tartaric acid, tartaric acid, tartaric acid, it becomes a baking soda, baking soda. This baking soda is used in bakeries, or bakers. Bakers use this baking soda for to make puffs or buns, whatever you call it, bread. So here carbon dioxide is produced during this reaction. So whatever the puffs are produced or breads are produced, that contains a dough. Dough it contains. In the dough they put this baking soda. Baking soda when it is put, what happens? Here the reaction happens and carbon dioxide is produced in the dough. When these doughs are made into bread or buns or puffs, what happens? The air, the carbon dioxide which is present in the dough will be removed during the when we keep it in the oven. When we during the making of the puffs or buns, what happens is the carbon dioxide is removed from the dough so that it becomes very puffy or very smooth, spongy like feeling you get. That is because of this carbon dioxide. This reaction is there in the textbook. Go through this reaction. And wherever this is also used as antacid also. It is used as antacids. So antacids means it will relieve from acidity. The drugs which are relieve the acidity problem, they are called as antacids. So they are used, can be used as antacid also. This is how, this is the uses of sodium bicarbonate. 2 minutes. I'll come back. Yeah. So sodium bicarbonate is produced like this. Similarly, similarly, see here, sodium carbonate also is produced, and uses of sodium carbonate if you take sodium carbonate, it's called as washing soda. Washing soda. Here. So uses if you take uses used in glass industries as a raw material. So soaps and detergents is used in paper industries. So compounds, sodium compounds are also produced. Like these are the uses of the sodium carbonate. Then it is used to convert hard water into soft water, hard water into soft water, hard water into soft water, hard water into soft water. You know, hard water is converted into soft water. So temporary hardness of the water also is removed from this sodium bicarbonate. So this is the uses of the sodium bicarbonate. So go through the textbook. If you have any doubt, you can ask later. I hope you are understanding the concept. So this part, the preparation part is very important. Preparation part is very important. So the next part we are going to learn about. We are going to learn about. These all are given in the textbook. Go through the textbook and write it down. Or I have given the PDF notes. In that notes it is given already. Go through that. I hope you are getting my point. If you have any doubt regarding, you can call or message me. So some are doing that. So you can call and message me so that I can reply you by the answers. So similarly, preparation of POP, that is cluster of Paris. So cluster of Paris. Cluster of Paris is nothing but calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Calcium sulfate hydrate. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate. So this is the process how it happens to be. So this is how it happens. Say plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is nothing but calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Hemihydrate means see there's something called as water of crystallization. Water of crystallization. In compounds, there is a small amount of water hidden in the between the molecules. If you take, there are a lot of molecule in 5 grams of calcium sulfate. In that calcium sulfate, small amount of water will be hidden, which is evaporated when we provide heat. It will be evaporated. It will be evaporated. So, so this is what is called as water of crystallization. So water of small amount of heat will be hidden in that is called as water of crystallization. 2 minutes. I'll come back. Yeah, tell us. So I was telling about the preparation of plaster of Paris. So plaster of Paris is a compound which contains the water of crystallization. Water of crystallization, I told you, small amount of water will be hidden between the molecules of the compounds. So that is called a water of crystallization. Means when we evaporate, when you heat it, it gets evaporated and you get a solid mass of calcium sulfate. Actually, this is commonly called as plaster of Paris, but chemically it is called as calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Hemihydrate in the sense the H2 can write it like this also. Calcium sulfate H2 also you can write it. So this is the calcium sulfate hemihydrate. So this is produced from this is produced this is produced from calcium sulfate. Calcium sulfate, that is called this compound is called a gypsum powder. It's produced from gypsum powder. So this is gypsum powder. So it contains two molecules. So here, see, point indicates that multiplication it is. Means for one CaSO4, two hydrogen molecules will be bonded. Like it will be not bonded, it will be present in the molecules, but it is not bonded. It is not bonded. Remember, when you provide heat, it starts evaporating. This is how calcium hemihydrate is produced. CaSO4, so 2H2O, when you heat it, so it becomes a calcium sulfate hemihydrate plus water, plus water, 1.5 water, 1.5 H2O will be that Cl. So this is a preparation of plaster of Paris. So this reaction is very important because they ask in the exam how the gypsum powders, how plaster of Paris is produced from gypsum powder, or how calcium hemihydrate is produced from gypsum powder. So here it will be we provide heat here. When we provide heat over here, it becomes so calcium sulfate hemihydrate. So if we expose to the see again this calcium sulfate hemihydrate, when you add water to this, it becomes again when you add water to this, it becomes a CaSO4 to H2O. Again it becomes gypsum powder. Again it becomes a gypsum powder. So again it becomes a gypsum powder here. So reversible reaction can be. So when I add water to the gypsum, that's why the gypsum powder, calcium sulfate hemihydrate, when they are exposed to the air, it will absorb the water and forms gypsum. Becomes again hard. Becomes a hard it becomes. That's why for this property only it is used to make the statues. You know, POP, plaster of Paris, is used to make the statues. It is fireproofing materials are done. Then doctors, if you take orthopedician use it for the fractured bones, to plaster the fractured bones. It is used. So these are the certain uses of the calcium sulfate hemihydrate or plaster of Paris. So this is how it will be produced. POP is produced. So see, this during the making the statue molds will be there. So this calcium hemihydrate is made into semi-solid paste, and that paste is put into molds. it is put into molds. Later on, it becomes a hard structure. If it is a mold of any Krishna ideal or Ganapati ideal you take. So what happens if that mold is of that Ganapati mold? So when you pour that liquid, it becomes hard later on for some time. When you keep it, it becomes hard, and that becomes a statue. So this POP used to make the statues. One point. And POP, I told you, fireproof jackets or fireproof materials are made from this. Similarly, doctors use it for fractured bones. So when we have any uh, crack in the bones like that, they use it for a plaster purpose. This is the uses of the calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Go through your textbook, read thoroughly the preparation part. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask the next class. So if you have any doubt, please raise your hands. So otherwise, we'll stop it. So I'll give the question answers today. Go through the question answers. Questions has to be solved. Yeah, tomorrow we are coming to visit you to your nearby places. Tomorrow we are planning to visit Alanji Road as well as Manchikere Road. Be prepared yourself to submit the whatever the work given by the teachers. So teachers will check your work, what is given till date. So notes, whatever the notes should be completed. Fair notes should be completed. Diagram notes should be completed. Diagram practice work should be completed. So I'm giving it from last 1.5 months, I think, more than 1.5. So that all the dates should be put properly. Daily one diagram I told you that is should be done. All will be checked tomorrow. Whoever the teacher comes to your route, they will do that. So they report the concerned teacher about your activities you are doing as per as the instruction given in the WhatsApp. I hope you are getting my point. Complete all the work so that tomorrow you should not have any embarrassing situation when the teachers comes there. Your notes should be completed. If you have any doubt regarding this concept, what is taught today, can put a message up. Otherwise, we will end the session. So next session will be taken by Sindur sir. Arun Kumar. Arun?
Yes, sir.
Did I give second lesson
Yes,
question
sir.
answer, sir?
No, sir.
No, not given, no?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, today I'll give the question answers of second lesson. Write it in the fair notes. Today I'll send the photocopies of the question answers. Please write it down. You solve it on the rough book. Rough book you solve it on your own in the rough book, not in the notes. Later on, I will send the answer for you. Write it in the fair notes. Rough book you have to solve the questions. Remember, tomorrow when I'm coming to your route, definitely I will ask you. So we will have opportunity to come to your route nearby your places. So we will definitely ask you whatever the work we have given you. Kindly to see both the chapters I told you to do in the rough book. Don't tell all stories that rough book is missed. I have made new rough book. All that stories we have already come across. So don't tell all stories. You should be ready with the rough work also. Bring that rough work, what you are doing. Question answers should be done in the rough book first, then you have to write it in the fair notes. Fair notes. Whatever the answers I am giving you, I am sending you, that you have to write it in the fair notebook. And what you solve exercise maybe in text question, maybe that write it in rough book. I hope I am clear to you. Yeah, thank you very much.